Yo guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna set up the new leopard gecko enclosure, and then you're gonna meet them at the end. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna like go through the soil and the hides and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Bit of education one. So it's not the most exciting thing, but yeah. So hope you enjoy it, and we'll get to that now. So it's just doing the leopard gecko enclosure. So I was in the middle of doing it, and then I looked online, and I'm trying to raise the leopard gecko perfectly. It's day one now, fresh out the egg from my friend Ethan. And well, yeah, Mr. Clark, you know, you obviously isn't gonna know, but yeah. So I've set up the enclosure, and I looked, and it was like I wanted it to be perfect by the book. So I got the 3 hides, got the mealworm bowl, got the water bowl, got all the stuff. But then it said that they like to dig more. So obviously that's not super digging material. I mean, you can dig a little bit in, but you can't really burrow in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some of that. Like I got Repti soil. I've also got a bag of Repti sand and some clay. I think you can see the clay there. Like that's the Repti soil, that's the clay, and then I'm gonna mix some of the sand in. It says that's the 3 best things. You can mix them together and have the perfect substrate for the gecko. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna mix them all up. I'll show you how that looks, and then we're gonna take all this out the tank and add it in. So yeah, see you in a sec. Okay, so we got the clay, we got the clay, the Repti soil, and the Repti sand, right? So that's there. That was the mixer. Obviously, I've left that in the rain, some rainwater in there, and yeah. So now it's all absorbed to the thingo with all the water, so it's proper hydrated. And I've made it. I wanted it to be overhydrated for the fact of the heat mat will make it have a lot of condensation in there, which is good because we're expecting him to go on his first shed since he's like practically a newborn. He's been on tissue all of his life up to now. So yeah, so we're gonna mix this around and get it sorted. So we're gonna mix this in, right? I was looking online for a natural approach, or like like I was looking what would be best and natural for a leopard gecko, but I realised that sometimes sand alone, like they come from Afghanistan originally, so that's just sand and that can impact them, damage them. So natural doesn't always mean what's best for the gecko. So that's why I'm doing this. So this shouldn't impact it negatively in any way. So be more perfect for them. May not be completely natural, however, it'll be safe is the best way to put it. That's in and mixed, and now I've done over here I've done it really thin on the ground because the heat mat's under there. And a common mistake people make is that they do the soil too thick, and then the heat's not really going in, and you know the gecko can't feel the heat, which is something that needs to stay alive. But yeah, you can see it's all mixed in now. So the soil and the clay and the sand, all that stuff, and then I'm going to put a little bit of wood chippings over the top. But now it can burrow where it wants and has a thick substrate full of humidity to help it shed and all the other things. So I'm going to get to start putting the things in. Firstly, I'm going to get this in. Now this is going to be the gecko's humid hide. They need 3 hides. They need a humid hide, a hot hide, and a cool hide on the side where the heat mat is now. Obviously, so the heat's going to that side. So we're going to get this, but we're going to get some tissues from his original enclosure. I'm going to put them here because right now I haven't got the moss, but tissue can work just fine for them. But it's only temporarily, so I'm just gonna, because this is gonna warm up quite fast, I'm just gonna get a bit of water on them, keep them hydrated, but not too much, right? So this is the humid side. Tuck the tissues underneath there. Okay, got the humid hide in. Now we're gonna get the hot hide. And as you can see, it's a bit like tilting down, just because I've dug the soil quite thin on this side, as I need the gecko to feel the heat there. So I'm going to pat that down a little, and boom. put that right there, like that, next to that one. They're a bit close together, but this is a bit of a smaller tank, so that's fine. Now we're gonna get a bit of greenery in that little corner, that little space. So get a little bit of this over here. Okay, just want to brighten it up a little bit, and then we're gonna get the final hide in, the cool hide. The cool hide, just set that in there. Now I'm just gonna turn that around a little. See how much space we've got here. Okay, so we've got our 3 hides in, which are crucial for gecko. And then we're gonna get some plants in, so hold on a second. There we go, so we've got the rest of the greenery in. It is embedded under the tank and all around, so it's got loads of hiding spots. It's gonna be quite hard to find in here. So now we just need this, and I'm thinking we put this on this side because the heat will take the water out the water bowl, because on that side. So we've got to put this on the hot side, that on the cool side. So we'll figure out a nice spot. Although it was a pain, just got this in, so little vines and some more greenery on the back, like that. Okay, and then we're gonna add the final few plants in, and then get the rest of the necessities we need in. And now we're done with the aesthetics. So we've got some wood chip all the way around, and the bowl as well, on both bowls, greenery accessories, we'll make it look a bit natural, and all the hot hides and the cool hides and everything we need. So yeah, it's about 2 foot, maybe a bit over, or yeah, it's either over or 2 foot. So yeah, so here's this, and then you'll meet the new gecko. This is the result up to now. So got that in the ground, that over there, cool side, hot side, humid, hot, cool, right? So it's got what it needs. It's got the necessities, then it's got some aesthetics. Then I'm gonna add a few more wood chippings around the bowls and stuff like that, just to make it look a bit more prettier. And I'll get the gecko in. Right, here is Vino clips, right? His dad's a black knight and his mum's a super snow. And well, that's the morph, basically, like the breed of the gecko. Black knight leopard geckos are expensive and rare, as they're so hard to produce, as they're a product of over 20 years of selective breeding to get the deep black colour they have. They are a man-made breed and don't exist in the wild, and they are considered the holy grail of leopard geckos because they're just so rare. So he's half of that. That's his dad, and then his mum is a super snow, and they're not super rare, however they're still really popular and carry good genes. What's it called? Yeah, sorry, phone. Right, carry good genes inherited from both of the parents. Right, okay, a mix of super snow and black knight can create a gecko that looks like a black knight, but there's not 100% chance that it will be like the best looking one, like with the darkest colours. The darker the better for this breed. But not all black knights are jet black. Some are lighter and they're called low expressions, and then darker ones are called high expressions. So the darker he gets, the rarer it'll be. So with genetics, you never know. It's completely random. Like there's some things that are more likely to happen and others that aren't, but it's like the lottery is completely random, you know what I mean? So we'll have to see how he develops. But right now he's a day old or 2. He's in his little box. You can see his colour's got a bit of yellow, got a bit of white, but mainly pretty black and dark. So yeah, I get him in his tank here, which we added that in as well. Get him in his tank, it's nice and warm, heated up for him. Got his water, got some little worms in. He probably won't eat them yet because, as you can see, his skin's a bit grey. That means he's going to go into his first shed soon, which they do after they come off the egg, and then usually they start eating. So let's put him in. Right, so there he is. Looking a bit grey, but he's tiny, hatchling. I'm just gonna get him in. There we go, it's a nice flip. Right, so he looks tiny in this big tank. So So I'm just hoping it doesn't stress him out too much, because when you put a leopard gecko in such a big enclosure, it can stress them out a little bit. But he will grow to the size of it, so he will grow quite bigger. And then if he grows quite big, black knight's usually a bit smaller, like ones with black knight genes in them. So his dad's a bit small, so maybe he'll be a bit small, so he'll be better suited for this tank. If he grows even more bigger, then I'll just get him a tank upgrade when needs be. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and update you when he's a bit older in the next one.